Romans chapter 10. Brothers, the pleasure indeed of my heart, and my supplication that is to God for Israel, is for salvation. For I bear them testimony that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge, for not knowing the righteousness of God, and seeking to establish their own righteousness, they did not submit to the righteousness of God. For Christ is an end of the law for righteousness to everyone who is believing. For Moses describes the righteousness that is of the law, that the man who did them will live in them. And the righteousness of faith thus speaks, "You may not say in your heart, who will go up to heaven, that is, to bring Christ down, or who will go down to the abyss, that is, to bring up Christ out of the dead. But what does it say? The saying is near you, in your mouth and in your heart. That is, the saying of the faith that we preach, that if you may confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and may believe in your heart that God raised him out of the dead, you will be saved. For with the heart one believes to righteousness, and with the mouth is confession made to salvation. For the writing says, everyone who is believing on him will not be ashamed. For there is no difference between Jew and Greek, for the same Lord of all is rich to all those calling on him. For everyone who, if he may have called on the name of the Lord, will be saved. How then will they call on him in whom they did not believe? And how will they believe on him of whom they did not hear? And how will they hear apart from one preaching? And how will they preach if they may not be sent? According as it has been written, how beautiful the feet of those proclaiming good tidings of peace, of those proclaiming good tidings of the good things. But they were not all obedient to the good tidings. For Isaiah says, Lord, who gave credence to our report? So then, faith is by a report, and the report is through a saying of God. But I say, did they not hear? Yes, indeed, their voice went forth to all the earth, and their sayings to the ends of the habitable world. But I say, did Israel not know? First, Moses says, I will provoke you to jealousy by that which is not a nation, by an unintelligent nation I will anger you. And Isaiah is very bold and says, I was found by those not seeking me. I became visible to those not inquiring after me. And to Israel he says, all the day I stretched out my hands to a people unbelieving and contradicting.